you can kill the AC, please.
Oh, sorry.
We interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. It's the ThinkSoJoe Show!
I think you could have gone for longer.
I don't need to, though, because Yellow Sauce are here.
Oh, we have content.
We do, and
Oh,
you're
look,
still...
I have echo.
You're still echoey, and I don't know why.
Do I get to echo the whole show?
Apparently so. So do I, apparently. I don't... Oh, because that one's still up. That's why it was theirs.
Oh.
It was their mic that was doing it. All right.
It was intentional.
Yeah, totally.
Hi, guys.
How you doing?
Yellow Sauce are here. Hashtag Sauce Month.
Hashtag sauce month, indeed.
Seems to have been. It seems to be a success so far.
Yeah, people are sharing my Sauce Month posts, and I got really excited because, like, people not in this state are sharing my Sauce Month posts. I'm like, they have no clue.
That's
like,
amazing.
how do they know about the sauce?
It all started with that balloon over there.
Sauce month balloon.
It was like August 1st, and I'm like, just grabbed a random balloon out of a drawer and blew up this balloon, and I'm like, hey, this is yellow.
Sauce
So I
for the sauce.
Such indicates the sauce month.
wrote hashtag Sauce Month on it, and it's like, oh, hey, look.
Since then, the balloon has gone viral on Facebook.
Yeah.
And,
All kinds of posts about
Vine.
bananas, just anything yellow
Yeah.
has been tagged Sauce Month.
August has been really fun for me because of Sauce Month, but it's also been extremely distracting from real life because every time there's something yellow, I whip out my phone to take a picture. I'm like, I can't take a picture of a stranger's tutu, but they're wearing a yellow tutu and it's Sauce Month.
Shit, we were at the Descendants. The girl was wearing like the banana dress or whatever.
Oh
like,
my
no,
God.
that was the
banana
girl with the
shirt.
and there was a guy with a
yellow
banana
tutu
shirt.
thing.
Yes,
You know,
she had the polka dots, the Dusty
Oh, the
Roads
polka
going.
dots.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of, and then we went to the mall with his daughter, and apparently mustard is like the color of the season. So there's just yellow dresses everywhere, and I'm like, I'm getting a yellow dress for Sauce Month. I don't have a job right now. I'm not getting a yellow dress for Sauce Month. But, you know, you guys, if I find something at a thrift store for $5 or less, I might
Exactly.
there
be,
you go.
you know.
we're actually pretty low on banana gear ourselves.
Yeah, it's, there's not enough for sale.
Yeah.
And we've resorted to creating our own
it's a hungry
things
market.
to a point.
It's a very hungry market where we intend to deliver.
Good.
There's one less banana for everybody to
Deliver them all the sauce.
eat, but we're still gonna supply the sauce, so
All
it's
the
fine.
sauce.
Mark says that Flitzer loves bananas. Hashtag Sauce Month.
Aww.
Hashtag sauce month, Mark.
We're standing around in the dining room before the show, and Mark texts us, messages us, big guy, and like, hey, this is what you guys have to look forward to for the next 2 hours.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't get to look at that on the big screen, though.
Oh, we did not. I guess
That was just on the phone.
Yeah, it was just on the phone. So
Now,
there you
do
go.
we call this a curvy man, or do we call this a dad body?
No, this is thick.
This is a guy that does like strongman.
Is he swole?
Yeah, he's
He's
swole.
swole. That's because
He's swole. He's thick.
if you look at him, he
also
looks like the dudes
qualifies
that
as curvy. Yes.
he looks like the dudes that do the strongman competitions.
Okay, like the Celtic warrior guys. I don't think I could see that man in a kilt.
I could.
Wow.
Yeah, I could see it.
Traditional only. That means no underpants.
Wow.
I never wear underpants. It's fine.
We got 7
It
Twitter
just makes it more of a
notifications.
mystery when you fart.
Yeah, exactly. Where did these stains come from?
God damn it.
So
Yeah.
apparently, if the show airs today, the world will end.
Oh. Do
I-
we get to play REM because
Fine, dude.
now copyright law doesn't apply because the world's going to end?
This is
So we
that's
can
entirely
play
possible.
That song about the world ending.
We play a Homer Simpson's version of that song.
Yes.
Apparently, we cut into that Strangers and Lovers song that everybody loves that plays
Oh.
after our show usually.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. Oh well.
Maybe that playlist will be switching up pretty soon.
I'm sure that will probably come back on. Oh yeah, we're getting.
WNY is taking submissions for new music.
We are definitely asking for new music submissions to go into our regular rotation. Here is the important thing to note is that for the 2018 All WNY Awards, which we will be announcing very soon.
Yes.
More details on that. Scott did put out a press release this past weekend indicating that the 2017 awards not happening.
Yep. Our bad.
That was well, he took the blame for it, so.
Yeah, I mean.
We did our best, but
tried.
It was a pain in the ass, and so. But yeah, we're basically starting from the ground up. We'll have more information on that very soon. But.
Yeah, so there's a lot to look forward to for next year for.
But the important thing to note is that if you do not have music in the rotation on All WNY, you are not eligible for an All WNY award.
Yes.
So make sure you go to allwny.com and get your music submitted if you're not already in rotation here.
And something else worth mentioning that All WNY is working on is we're compiling a legit official spreadsheet, guys. This isn't just my list in my notebook. We're trying to get contact information and just some really basic information about local bands. You know, we're focusing on the Buffalo area. We do care about Rochester, Syracuse, out Central New York. We care. We just care a lot more about.
Let me say this: if the definition that we've finally decided on for what constitutes music from all of WNY. Mm-hmm. If you go to the Western New York Wikipedia page and your county is listed, you count.
So do you know what that list is?
Syracuse does not count.
Syracuse does not count.
So
it is worth mentioning that we have worked with Syracuse bands.
We have worked with Syracuse bands.
We do care that you
love
exist.
Them.
We would love to set up show trades and just expand our community.
Sure, and we love bands like Lucky 33 from Syracuse.
Right.
And all Poets and Heroes have done a great show with us. Yeah.
Yeah, so, there's...
Yellow Sauce was on that All Poets and Heroes show.
We were.
That's right.
I couldn't go to that because I had to work Stupid Pizza World.
Wow.
So we got a pair of asses here.
Oh my gosh, they look like the kids that lived in the trailer park next to me. Like, I bet they wear those pants and just those pants all day.
Just this time they forgot to wear underwear.
They meant to not wear underwear. They're gonna turn around and face each other and play tummy sticks.
All right.
Oh, man.
Ask again, where do these sayings come from?
I could have done with about all that.
He's got a collection, so.
Yeah. At least they all look of age today.
Yeah, well.
So far. We're just getting started.
I am not accusing him of sending underage pictures.
I'm not accusing him of taking underage pictures. I think that they may have happened to be underage.
I would venture to say that those guys were 18. I don't know. We just. They did look.
I mean, show me the pubes to prove it.
They did look young. Oh, jeez. They did look younger. We'll give you. We'll say that, but I trust that Mark knows what he's doing. So.
Yeah, he is a connoisseur.
Yes. Meanwhile, Lady Laura Moore is still mad about the Strangers to Lovers song getting cut off.
We'll play it again next week.
And XM Priory's not here, so I don't think we're going to have any difficulties that knock us off the air.
I don't think that's real wood. That's like...
No, it's real.
It's that XM Priority.
Is this a beard hair? This is...
I don't know what that is.
What the fuck is... Oh, you have wigs in here.
I do have wigs in here, yes.
I'm like, there is a woman in the studio. I barely come in the studio.
That's Ryan.
Yeah, I have all the hair here.
Well, yeah. I mean, we have had female co-hosts guests in the past. So.
I know you have. I wouldn't actually be mad. I was just like, I didn't know what the hell.
We had Meredith Snow was here not too long ago.
I know.
XM Priory superfan Sammy Carroll was here last summer.
I don't know her.
She's an XM Priory superfan, and I was looking for a co-host, and she was like, "I'll do it." I was like, "All right, cool."
Did you guys mostly talk about XM Priory?
Nah, just life in general, pretty much, like we do with everybody.
Okay. So.
But yeah, it was. But yeah, I do have wigs in here. I need to get a shorter one for this year.
Oh.
So we'll.
Well, speaking of XM Priory, they are playing Punks in the Yard on Saturday.
They are
That
playing.
is worth mentioning.
They are playing Punks in the Yard on Saturday. I can't make it to that.
I know
However,
we're not gonna be able to make it, but you guys should go.
However, that doesn't mean I don't get to see XM Priory by the end of the month.
Really?
Really?
Tell me more.
Because on August 31st, a certain band is doing a certain thing at a certain bar, and XM Priory is on that certain thing at that certain bar.
Do you guys know anything about this?
It's the Janie Crash wedding, of course.
It's the Janie Crash, right? The Janie Crash wedding, which they turned down my offer.
What
Wow.
if we still find her a yellow veil?
I'll officiate the wedding.
I was offering to do the same.
All right.
So
I'll
that's
do it. We get Scott to do it. Don Roth would officiate the wedding in song, I'm sure.
Oh,
Sure.
that would be sweet.
Probably in like a parody version of "Cause I Got High" by Afro Man.
I know a couple of people who are ordained. We can make it happen.
Yeah.
I offered to do the to officiate the wedding wearing the banana peel,
There you go.
and
yeah.
they politely declined.
Yeah.
You guys should at least get pictures like similar to that.
Yeah.
In fact, there's gonna be be some yellow at this event.
Whenever they wind up getting married, they are going to do something awesome.
I know. They should have a folk and punk wedding. They should do a lot of things.
And we're not the only people that have said that.
Yeah, it would be really cool. But you're right. Whatever they do is probably going to be really awesome and really fun, and good things happening to good people is good stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially the Janie Crash.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
For sure. They are awesome people. They're great friends of ours, and we're really happy for them. So
yeah.
But we also did see XM Priory just a couple of nights ago.
Oh,
We did. We saw them open for Green Jelly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw them. We didn't stick around for long.
No,
we wanted.
We the way things have been going, I just am not up to 6-hour shows.
Sure.
After
We
whole
went.
day.
We saw. We got to see BBC.
we got
Very
to see
Beneath
BBC.
Concrete.
We might have missed like half a song, and Dagon's face just lit up when he saw us walk in. It was great.
But now, after that post, every time I see Dagon, it's like, so, buddy, when are we going to go see Megadeth together? I know how much you love Megadeth and not Metallica. Like, shut the fuck up, dude.
Did you see him wearing his brand new Slayer t-shirt?
Yeah, I saw him wearing a brand new Slayer t-shirt.
Yeah. It matched his mohawk.
We saw Coffin Hook.
We saw Coffin Hook. That was my first time seeing them.
That was my first time seeing them too. We played them last week on the show, and they announced they're going to have a CD release sometime in the next couple of months.
So we're gonna stay tuned for that.
So we're gonna stay tuned for that. Those guys were really amazing. Ed Brown, the singer, I've been friends with him since MySpace on social media.
Holy cow!
And I didn't see him after they played. I was gonna introduce myself, but I didn't see him.
Right.
And I didn't see Chris either from Chris Benbenick of Tudor Lounge.
Yeah.
I didn't see him after either, and I was gonna be like, dude, you guys are fucking awesome. Like they were really they were awesome.
They were. Their stage presence, their music, it was great. And I'm much more into the punk than I am the metal nowadays, but they still tickled me.
Yeah, sure. I'm the same way. I'm been more into punk rock, ska, and that kind of stuff. But
yeah. I've been a bad influence on you.
The hard rock stuff, like XM Priory,
right.
who we stuck around and saw.
The stuff that you're never gonna get rid of, like your Metallica.
Yeah.
I almost poked in here. You were listening to some Metallica song, and I almost poked in here like, what the hell are you listening to?
Stuff Dagon doesn't like. We got another ass here.
Oh yeah.
This is,
I didn't think that was a dude.
No, that is a dude. That is a very skinny dude.
The dude.
That dude could be a Victoria's Secret angel.
He could.
We never
Just
know.
grow his hair out a little. I see no flaws.
No.
To speak of. Maybe a little more meat.
Yeah.
Eat a couple bananas. Oh, he looks like he would eat a couple bananas if you know what I'm saying.
All right.
Ryan knows what you're saying.
So, Ryan, how much do you miss your dreads? The last time I had you on this show,
Oh,
you still had your
man.
dreads and you cut them like a week later.
That was the whole status time.
Yeah.
100 likes and they'll cut his dreads off.
100 likes. Oh, I was so mad.
I remember you posting that, and I was like, no, he shouldn't cut his dreads off.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I literally unfriended Leslie here, and I think I might have even blocked him. I was like, fuck you.
Like, I
was so
refused.
pissed.
I refused to like that status.
I was so annoyed.
I refused
I
to
was
like that
triggered,
status.
Bro, I was like, all right. But yeah, no, I got rid of them. The hair was getting thin on top, and I'm like, well, let's see if this grows back. And it was just real thin. So I did that. I pulled the Joe Rogan, and I just got rid of all of it immediately. I'm
That was
like, all right.
I'm sure the
Look.
picture of me with braids is gonna pop up on Twitter. any second.
Yeah.
But that was the same with me. It was no, there goes my hair. All right, here goes the rest of my hair.
There goes the rest of my hair.
Yeah.
I had a professor at Full
Rip the
Sail,
Band-Aid
and
off.
it's a professional school for the professions that you're learning. So this was show production and touring. So my professor for one of my introduction to audio classes was this large man with dreads literally down to his ass. But he was balding, like you guys were talking about. And he was like, I refuse to let this affect me. And he just has like the horseshoe shape, but he's still got his dreads. And he's completely bald on top.
Someone told me I should do that. Someone told me I should do it anyway, and I'm like,
I mean, try it and see. You might like it.
I doubt it, man.
It's like a reverse mullet.
No, it's like the guy is from Predator.
No, when you're bald on top and you have long hair, that's called a skullet.
Oh,
So that's Hulk Hogan's famous hairstyle.
right.
Yeah.
True. Very true.
Oh, let's just take a minute to bask in the idea of Hulk Hogan with dreads. That would be really funny. Or the braids that you had, that would probably work better for his blonde hair.
Yeah, probably.
Braids
yeah.
are better. Yeah, braids work better, probably.
I did go with the Hulk Hogan mustache once.
I know you did. It looked actually really good.
If I ever got rid of the beard, I would go with that again, I think.
I was told I should do that.
Yeah, you should.
Like
You
a
have
full
a very...
man shoe. I was like, nah, I
You
ain't
have a
doing
very
no full
full
man shoe.
beard. Like, it grows in very full, so you have the room to do some of that artistic stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
As I trim it down, instead of just get rid of it right away, I'm like, I'm gonna do something funny for
Play with
like
it,
a month. Yeah.
You should cut out a little strip in the middle and grow out like the sides super
Or
long.
not. Or not. Oh my god, I hate you.
And then like
I
a
hate you so
a
much.
really like thick mustache about it too, you know?
I hate you so much. I
can
work
feel the love
with
here.
this man
I've been trying to get
Oh my
Ryan to
God.
take on the look of Bob Ross.
for forever.
Get like
He's
the
not
the
kidding.
fro and like the the jeans, the belt buckle, the tucked blouse.
I think
now
Ryan-
I'm gonna get some titanium white.
Titanium white.
I think Ryan is too angry to portray Bob Ross.
Oh my
That's what I'm
goodness.
saying. I have
That's
my
way too
moments.
much rage.
I have my moments of zen, but like, yeah, most of yeah, no.
It's a good chunk of the reason I want him to take on the Bob Ross. He
Be
could
less
use to
angry.
chill out a little bit,
Yeah,
man.
I've,
You know?
I've definitely been trying to chill out.
Yeah.
You've definitely been on the goals here.
There it is, me with the braids.
Yeah. You were
Hey.
just telling me about this
I
photo
was, because
shoot.
we were driving by the place, I think,
Yeah.
or something like that, and I was
And
like,
we
somewhere
talk about
around
this
here
t-shirt
there's a...
often.
Yeah, I missed that t-shirt. I saw a
You
guy
have
wearing that the other
you have
day.
that t-shirt. You just can't read the t-shirt.
I saw a guy wearing it the other day at a show, and I was about
Did
to be
you?
like, at the Boston show, I was gonna be like, dude, where'd you get that shirt?
Right. Yeah.
Because like I got it
'Cause it's
outside of a
vintage
Sabres
now.
game. Yeah, I'm sure it's vintage now.
And
I don't know if they sell it at all anymore.
Yeah, because it wasn't even licensed.
No, it's not. I couldn't
You
find
know,
it anywhere.
yeah.
It's a.
But you know what? We have a screen printing setup now.
We do.
Bless you.
There you go.
And you know what? The way that was done, they didn't do the base coat for the red.
You can tell. We would do better.
Yeah, we could do
We
that.
could do better.
Anyway, but yeah, it's a
Speaking of t-shirts.
it's a hockey mask with the crossed sabers that says
Yeah.
"Let's go Buffalo," and it's like a
Speaking of
skull and
t-shirts,
crossbone almost.
There's some pretty sweet yellow sauce
There it is.
t-shirts in circulation.
better picture of it.
Available
That's true.
soon.
We
not-
smuggled in some yellow sauce t-shirts from the Alps of Mexico.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys made it back.
It was a rough trip, you know?
Yeah.
It
We
was
have
rough
a
trip.
We left my son there.
we have a group.
Yep,
Yeah,
We'll get him on the way back. It's fine.
you guys have a group for your fans. And you guys were, give sneak peeks of things all the time, and you're posting the yellow sauce T-shirts.
Got teasing.
Yeah. And the very first public picture of the yellow sauce T-shirt was me wearing one.
Oh, yeah.
That she took and put up on Facebook. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh, that's fine.
There it is.
That's fine. That's a good hint.
I sat my mother down and showed her every single day of the Sauce Month hashtags. And she was like, what the fuck am I looking at? She's like, you are insane. I'm like, no, Mom, this is great. She just got her first smartphone like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So she's like, what is this whole world in my hands right now?
Right.
Honestly,
Well, your mom doesn't. Your mom's never been like on the internet, really.
We used to have computers like back when Windows 95 was a thing.
She doesn't understand you can find the answer to everything.
No,
in 5
she
minutes.
doesn't. No, she takes 15 because she needs to call me and my sister so that we can Google it.
Oh my god.
That's how it is sometimes at my job. Will be like, people ask me certain questions, like, all right, I guess I can Google that for you. Like,
Right. There used to be a site called Let Me Google That For You or something, right? And what you would do is you would type in. I don't know what she's doing. You would type in.
Oh, your bag's caught on it. I was like, why is this? Yeah.
Like you would type in like what they're asking you to search for, and you would just send them the link to that, and it would like just demonstrate how to Google the fucking thing that they were looking for.
that's excellent.
Yeah.
We need more of that in the world.
Yeah. I don't know if that still exists. I know there used to also be like justfuckinggoogleit.com, which was essentially the same thing.
Have you ever been to meatspin.com?
No.
You should go to Meatspin.
I don't know
I
about
think
that.
I've been there.
I don't know about
You'd
that.
know if you've been to meatspin.com. Listen, it's not an advertisement. It's like when that's one of those. That's bad advice. That's poor advice.
Straight up rude.
I used to back at Ryan's old place. We were writing a lot of the Yellow Sauce songs. I would sneak into his room and just leave meatspin.com open on his computer, so that when he'd come in to go to bed late at night and just see the Meatspin.
Is that the one that gives you the count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Until eventually it's just determined that you're
it was
like.
really high when I walked in one time.
Yep.
I was, on my giant HGTV, just like flying around.
I had a friend in high school that we were at his house on his computer with him, and he walked away to the bathroom for a minute. So my other friend and I had made his homepage for his internet browser, Meatspin, which is like it was like his family's computer. So I just picture his dad just trying to go on the computer later and like open up his email and pay his bills or whatever, and then.
My old roommate, we knew his MySpace password, so we'd always go in and like changes like orientation to gay and like whatever,
MySpace.
Yep.
Yeah, back in the day, and like days he wasn't home, we'd do shit like put a princess border up around his wall in his bedroom. Well, because we had we both had daughters who were 4 or whatever at the time, and so we would go in and like me and a friend of mine just painted the room pink and put up a princess border in there, and like, hey, we got some of this border left over.
Nice.
Let's go into Dan's room and put up a princess border.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Someone's got to do
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah, we made his room nicer. I'm sure I don't even know if he ever changed his orientation back on MySpace.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's MySpace.
No, and that's all gone now from MySpace, like the orientation and all that. But it's like you can still get your pictures if you know your password.
I don't even know what email I used for that.
Yeah, right. That was the problem with me too.
At that point, because I went to 2 different colleges. Then I had like a Google, a Yahoo, an AOL. Like it was like everything was overlapping at that time. So I don't know what email address and what password. Like I know the possibilities, but I'm not gonna sit there and figure it out.
Right.
So I knew what mine was, but it was my admin account for like an old website that I used to have. So I went and I like registered the domain again just so I could get the email for the for my MySpace, and I was able to get back in. What I didn't realize I did was I eventually changed my email address on my MySpace.
Oh.
So then the next time I tried to get on MySpace, I'm like, oh shit, and the domain had expired again. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta buy this domain all over again so I can just to get into my email. And then I realized it changed my email. Fuck, I just spent $10 for no reason. You know?
Great.
I wonder, out of all the world's emails, how many are at this point irrelevant and just unused and
Oh, I'm
just
sure there
taking
are
up
a
space
lot.
and spam.
What was your first email address?
Oh boy. I think Leelinator5 at aim.com.
Nice.
Because that was of the time where AIM was the hits and everybody was instant messaging, and that was how you would network with all of your friends and people. And we all taught ourselves to type, and life continued on.
I don't know what my first email address was, but my most prominent was LarsKillsNapster at AOL.com.
That's nice.
My first email address was cowthrasher at yahoo.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
When I was in 9th grade, I think I was a little weird.
It was funny because I would always wear like Metallica t-shirts, and my buddy would always wear his Napster t-shirt.
Oh.
And that's where the name came from. Was like, yeah, Lars is gonna kill Napster, and sure enough, it happened.
Yep, he succeeded.
Or at least changed the business model of Napster significantly.
Who's this guy?
That is me with Pepper Parks.
Peppa Pig?
Pepper Parks.
Peppa Pig.
No,
From Iron Man?
Pepper Parks.
There's like
the pro wrestler Pepper Parks, probably better known now as Braxton Sutter.
Okay.
From Impact Wrestling, but yes, that's me with him before he was
Where
Braxton
did I hear
Sutter.
that Peppa Pig is like banned in? I want to say
No, Peppa Pig is a dick.
Yeah, it looks like a dick, so it's like banned from like you can only get counterfeit Peppa Pig merch in I want to say like China or Japan.
Oh,
or
I'm
something.
sure that's probably a thing.
But something being banned in Japan seems a little far fetched, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care what you do in Japan. It's like they just get rid of all the laws and
They just ask that you're hygienic about it.
Yeah, you know.
Let's see if I can find any interesting, if I can find any information on this. Nothing about China. There's a bunch about Australia.
Was it Australia? I knew it was somewhere over
Well,
there.
Australian Broadcasting Corporation in 2012 received a complaint that the episode Mr. Skinny Legs was not appropriate for Australian audiences since it encouraged befriending spiders. Which, if you know anything about Australian spiders, bad fucking idea.
Okay.
Given the toxicity of some of the common Australian spiders, the complaint was upheld and the episode was restricted from being aired on the ABC's television networks. In May 2014, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation's Mark Scott expressed fears about the future of Peppa on Australian television, given Australian federal budget cuts to ABC funding that were said to affect its ability to pay for and broadcast overseas media products, such as Peppa Pig. Australian media noted that the character's appeal to Australian toddlers and echoed concerns about the future of her Australian distribution rights. Blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, it continued, apparently. I don't know.
So Peppa Pig looks like a dick.
Yep. Peppa Pig does look like a dick.
So somebody get on photoshopping a banana over Peppa Pig's face.
That's a good idea.
And making it say yellow sauce instead of Peppa Pig.
Sure.
And, we can... Somebody get on that. So who's bored? Who's bored right now? Who's out there in podcast world and bored with Photoshop?
We got bird pictures.
Birds, not butts.
Yeah, we got bird. There's Flitzer.
I'm glad that he bounced back from his injury.
His hatch day was yesterday.
That's right. Happy Hatch Day.
Yes. He is, I believe, 10. Yeah, that's what it says. Guess who turned 10.
Which is not that old for his species, if I recollect.
Okay, cool.
Because we talked about this last week, I believe.
Sure. There's an image of our evil overlord.
Scotty lefts.
Scotty lefts. Oh, she tagged him in it too, so he'll see it.
Glad.
Yeah.
He's the one that lets these pictures get taken of him. He's
this
just
is true.
asking for it.
It was like the pictures in the dress last week.
I know. He's not wearing a dress in this picture, but we can't tell you for sure he's wearing pants.
This is true.
From the background, I'm guessing probably
Jesus
not.
Jesus loves you.
He looks. It looks like he's probably Wingfest, maybe.
Yeah.
That would be my guess.
I want some wings.
Looks like he's at the ballpark. I couldn't imagine him at like Taste of Country.
Oh, I can't help it.
Yeah, I don't know. I
So
think if there's beer, he might show up anywhere.
Well, this is true. This is Scott we're talking
I'll
about.
always show up if there's beer.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We have a beer in our fridge.
Oh.
I can't vouch for how long it's been in there.
It's
but
in a can, not a bottle, so it's safe. Like, yeah.
Beers are good for years, man. That's what they say.
Well, I had a case of Molson that I left outside for.
Oh man.
It was the bottles. I left it outside through like a weather change, like a winter into and like it didn't.
No.
And me and my asshole friend, we, every time we get together, we're like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna drink. And we crack open a couple beers. We're like, why is this not full? And we still took a sip. And why is this chunky?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Chunky?
Let's go to the store. Like, let's go get fresh beer. This is not
Beer
acceptable.
sludge.
Yeah, there was, I was so mad. There was a cooler outside. Had I known, I would have drinking all the beer. There was a whole cooler. More than a 30-rack worth of beer in this cooler.
Ooh.
And I found out months later it had been sitting there. I'm like, no.
Oh.
I tried almost all the cans just because I was like, there was a denial that it was all just bad now. And I was
Yeah.
There's gotta be at
like,
least
there's
one
so much
good
wasted
beer.
beer. Do you know how much beer I poured down the sink? Oh,
Enough,
it
bro.
was sad.
Too much.
At least you
Sad,
gave
dude.
it the respect for the sink and not the toilet,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Could have poured outside
Truth.
for the homies.
for the homies.
So we've got Yellow Sauce in studio. We've got the Yellow Sauce CD release is coming up August 31st. We're gonna have a sneak preview of a Yellow Sauce song later.
Oh, I see what you did.
You have to stick around to the end to hear the new Yellow Sauce song. How's that?
Shit, get on.
There we
it's a
go.
trap.
Yeah. So friends of ours, friends of yours personally,
Yeah.
Poison the Prophet. They're from Rochester, New York.
Yeah. They have some big stuff coming up. I want to say it's November 1st or the week of November 1st. They're going to be opening up for Devil Driver and Ginger at Montage in Rochester. Last time I saw them, the first time I saw them, they opened for Soulfly in Rochester, and they fucking killed it to the point where I was like, I need to go talk to these dudes. I need to get their info. I need to give them my card, and I need to bring them to Buffalo. So that's something we're working on. I'm just waiting for the right lineup, really, and the right availability, because I know exactly the show I want to book. I just haven't been able to book it yet.
Sure.
So they've been doing, it seems like one a month. They're releasing songs from, I'm not sure what exactly, but they just released one, I think the 4th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right. So Poison the Prophet, this song called Product of Discontent on all WNY Radio. ThinkSoJoe Show.
Sometimes there's reasons
Poison the Prophet on all WNY Radio ThinkSoJoe Show.
They're just so good. You gotta see them perform live. You gotta go to Montage and see them. I should have looked up what the date was for that, actually.
That might have been an idea.
I was on Facebook for other reasons.
I know the date. Yellow Sauce is releasing their CD.
Oh, tell me.
It's August 31st. It's at Stamps. It's got Don Roth. It's got Janie Crash and the Tall Men. And it's got XM Priory. And you guys are playing the album front to back, are you not?
That's the plan.
That's the plan. All right.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is.
It's open to interpretation.
We're gonna tell the musical story of BobPaul, celebrate his life because he's dead. Try not to be super sad about it, but you know.
We're gonna move on.
His story is solidified in time with our album. So.
Yeah.
Yes, and he was with you the last time you guys were on the show. We did it at the old All WNY office.
Oh yeah, back in
BobPaul's potassium supplement.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Way back in the day when we were but kin. That was October 11th. That was the day that happened.
Ah.
Yep.
A day that will live on.
October 11th, 2017. I'm sharp like that.
You know, we're really excited to be finally releasing the album though. It's like because we've been playing shows for like a year and a half now.
Hey, we can hear Ryan now.
Oh,
Oops. Yeah, we've been playing shows for like a year and a half with like no merch, no CDs, so it's just like kind of just been playing out, you know, improving the sound, if you will, and then finally having the product to like show people, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you can listen to this at any time now.
I know, it's gonna be so nice. As much as I love Space Wizard, I'm just so excited to be able to walk in the kitchen and say, you know, Google play Yellow Sauce and hear something other than Space Wizard.
There you go.
Not that I mind hearing Space Wizard
Don't
anytime
mind
I
it at all. It's just that it's in my head until the next time I hear it.
It'll be nice
There's
to have
plenty of those on the album.
It'll be
Right.
nice to have a different Yellow Sauce song stuck in your head. Like,
switch it up.
anytime anybody mentions tacos, the first thing that comes to mind is Yellow Sauce, and that song gets stuck in my head, even if I haven't heard it.
Burrito men. I think we clarified that.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
burrito. Taco no bueno.
Well, tacos, burritos, you know. But yes, you have clarified that. So that is in one of the songs on the album.
It sure is.
It's there, all right.
Yep.
I came to visit while you guys were finishing up recording, and your producer, Jason Wright, would not let me leave until I heard that song.
That's it's appropriate. That's the thing. It's, you know, we bring somebody into the studio, and how do we show you one thing and not everything? Because everything's great.
Right.
I think it all upholds. It flows really well. It's got a lot of diversity. But Taco is certainly one of the finer moments. You know, really lighthearted, just family kind of humor. You know.
Cool.
That is the song that really like gets stuck in my head anytime I see Yellow Sauce. And I don't know why, but that's the one where it's like I'll be walking around for like a week after singing the song.
It's good for that.
It is good for that. We've had some people get offended by it, but we're like, hey.
That's their problem.
That's their problem.
But the only song that, you know, the one song that has been out there has been Space Wizard. So whenever you want your Yellow Sauce fix, up until the 31st, like that's where you're gonna get that Yellow Sauce fix, is just listening to Space Wizard on you know, Google Play or Spotify or wherever.
The Idol's up there too.
Idol's up there too.
That's on your Bandcamp, right?
Yeah, when I ask Google to play it, it doesn't play.
It's not on Google.
It's on Google.
It's not on Google. Only Space Wizard.
Really?
Yeah.
It's on Apple Music, Spotify. It's supposed to be on Google. I'm gonna have to take a look at that.
For some reason, it's not on Google. So
we're gonna get our team on that.
I'm angry now.
Which is why, you know, we're a Google Music household.
Yes,
so like we've got the home minis all over the place, so we can just listen to local music whenever the hell we want.
There you go.
And so we've, you know, been consistently listening to Space Wizard, and, like looking forward to this new album. Like, yeah, we can have a different song stuck in our head now.
There you go. And then the single I sent you for tonight on the show, you can keep that and linger around on that for a minute too if you want.
Oh, that's gonna be a nice change.
Sure.
Something new.
We also we premiered one of the songs last week on the show as well.
Yeah.
We just released that today in a video too.
It was,
I saw that. I didn't sit down and watch it though.
I didn't see the video.
I've been.
As a video. It's just the audio. Really,
I took a nap.
I took a nap.
That's what I would do if I were trying to choose between listening to Yellow Sauce and not listening to Yellow Sauce. I would take a nap.
Well, I figured it'll still be there after my nap, and I can enjoy it more after my nap.
Well, that's true too. Be in the right state of mind for yellow sauce.
I mean, there's not a bad state of mind for yellow sauce.
This is true. It's actually one of the things we
there
enjoy
might
about
be,
the
but
album.
I haven't experienced it personally.
Yeah, I haven't either.
There's some sauce for any type of mood.
Right.
Yeah,
So we're talking about yellow sauce merch and how you guys now have T-shirts. You've got the album coming out and all that.
We're working on a sauce.
Working on a sauce.
Oh my
Actual
God!
sauce.
Really?
Don't
Excellent. Excellent.
Can you give us any details?
There's no details. Would you like to know why?
details.
Because there are no details. The
Okay,
only
can
details.
I help? Because I like to cook.
So loose idea.
We're definitely open for ideas.
Okay.
At this current game, we have
All right,
some
I'm gonna
ideas.
smoke a couple bowls and think on this.
Yeah.
But
I almost want a team on it because it's such an important project.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
We're gonna hire the Flying Bison Brewing Company to make us a yellow sauce.
That's right. That's right.
We have the song Flying Bison on the album,
Oh.
which is the song you guys wouldn't let me leave before hearing.
Yep. Flying Bison is very good. There's a lot of exciting things about it on the album, but
it's real adventure.
Flying Bison by Yellow Sauce will one day become Yellow Sauce by Flying Bison, and they don't know this yet.
It's like one part Bee Gees, one part Pink Floyd, one part
6 parts ZZ Top.
Not Bison.
Back to the merch. You guys have previously had some merch. You've had pins and bottle opener, keychain kind of deals.
And
I woke up. I was here one day, and Karina had obtained some yellow sauce bottle openers and pins.
Pins that I did not share.
They're the hits.
And she was like, "Here, you can have one of the bottle openers." And I was like, "Okay, cool." So I have on my keys a yellow sauce bottle opener, and on our fridge is the Space Wizard bottle opener.
That's how you do it.
They're magnetic keychain bottle openers, like multi-purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And go anywhere you want.
Hang them on the fridge. They got the keychain. You pop them off, and it takes the cap with it. You just pop it off into the garbage.
That's one of my favorite features, honestly, because you pop it off, and you don't have to you're always worrying about grabbing the bottle cap. The magnet takes the bottle cap.
That's great.
Nice.
We spared no
Those
expense
are worse
for
to step
high-tech
on than
bottle
Legos.
I don't know about that.
Bottle caps, if they're pointy side up.
I take a bottle cap over a Lego.
I don't know.
I think I'd take a bottle cap over a Lego.
All right, so we're going to do some scientific research over the next week, and next week we will let you guys know what hurts worse.
I would wear shoes of bottle caps over the Lego shoes.
I just like to walk on broken glass. Is that just me?
I mean, broken glass, shag carpet, whatever you have available, it's what you go with.
Yeah, the floor is the floor,
Yeah.
The floor, yes, the floor is floor.
Floor is, I don't care how much glass is on it.
Yeah.
Dead people, whatever it is.
You just kick those out of the way.
I was posting it.
Kick
Yes,
those
no,
out of the way,
Lego,
those dead
a
people.
bottle cap.
Oh, you make it a poll, bro. You got the poll on Facebook.
We got the poll up.
Oh my God. You guys
Facebook.
go to Facebook.
Facebook.com/official ThinkSoJoe. The poll is up. What would you rather step on, a Lego or a bottle cap? Let us know. We're interested to find out. We'll give the results next week on the ThinkSoJoe Show. How's that?
Choose wisely.
So we're going to keep
you
that
only
poll.
get one vote, right?
The poll is open for 6 days. So next week on the ThinkSoJoe Show, we will tell you the results.
Awesome.
So go ahead right now, Facebook.com/official ThinkSoJoe. Which would you rather step on, a Lego or a bottle cap?
We are interested.
This is, we're going to find out.
Leave comments with details from
comments.
experiences.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do that. That sounds like a plan.
Share. See what your friends have to say about it.
Yeah, let's see what you. I want to see who would rather step on a bottle cap than a Lego, other than you, because that's.
I think it would cut you more than a Lego would.
I still think the Lego would hurt more.
Well.
You know what really hurts? You ever play that game Perfection?
No.
That's that game where
terrible.
you have that tray that pushes down and you have the pieces you put in there. You step on one of those things fucking hurt.
Oh,
No, I don't
Pop
know
goes
that.
perfect.
Pop goes
Yeah,
perfection, son.
if you don't, you have the timer, you have to put all the pieces in before the timer's up.
Okay,
And it
yeah.
pops up and it shoots the pieces everywhere. Now, you step on one of those things fucking hurt.
And you're gonna step on them because that's the job of the game is to shoot
Injure
them
you,
everywhere.
yes.
Yeah.
Apparently to injure you. That's not what I meant to click what the notification was. She says she'd rather step on a Lego with a bottle cap would hurt, Lady Laura Moore says on Twitter. So,
well,
it seems to be pretty even right now. So
I guess I'm wrong, guys, but we'll talk more about it next week, I guess.
Well, you said you'd rather step on a Lego.
I did.
We said we'd rather step on bottle caps, so it's pretty even right about now. So I'm interested.
All right.
There's already 2 votes on the Facebook.
Wow.
So
do we see who voted?
it is 2 for bottle cap from Mark and from Zach Burgess. 2 for bottle cap, 0 for Lego. So bottle cap right now.
I'm losing.
Yeah, less people would want to step on a Lego than a bottle cap. As of right now, that's after 2 votes. That's not.
I suppose there's a better chance of, you have the 50-50 ratio of like heads and tails with the bottle cap. A Lego, there is like any angle that you step on it, it's gonna hurt. But I feel like you're more likely to get cut from a bottle cap.
I would prefer to have Legos more than I would prefer to have bottles. So
I would
there's
prefer
that.
To have
anybody want to buy us a big tub of Legos? We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, we don't want like a.
I don't want a set. I just want a whole tub of fucking Legos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody wants to give us a whole tub of Legos? In fact,
would rather step on a Lego.
Okay.
I think her head's at like bottle caps, metal, tetanus.
Sure. So here's the thought: if anybody has a shit ton of yellow Legos they want to give us before August 31st, we would, or at least to donate, and we'll give them back.
We'll make naughty things with them only, I promise.
Because we need everything yellow for this CD release party on Friday, August 31st.
There should be a dress code, but what were we thinking? That we didn't imply a dress code.
Well, it's never too late. I say you don't have to enforce it, but you can encourage a dress code.
I think I'm gonna order a yellow tie after we're done here.
Must be saucy.
Must be.
I will wear a suit and I will wear a yellow tie. And then the suit's gonna come off because it's gonna be super fucking hot on August 31st.
Joe's taking his clothes off.
Yeah. So if you want to see me take my clothes, no. that is not the attraction on August 31st.
Must be wearing either yellow or sauce to attend.
Has to be yellow or saucy.
Yep.
If it's yellow sauce, you get in, for free.
We're gonna have our in the interest of merch, we're gonna have our clothing line. It's gonna be called Saucy, SAUCCI. Entirely original name that we thought of by ourselves, and it doesn't play off anything.
No, I thought we were gonna spell it the other way.
No, it's broken.
No, saucy.
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 Saucy. Two E's.
That'll be the youth line.
Oh. Anyway, it's in the works. It's in the final stages.
We should sell non-alcoholic beer with the alcoholic beer, so that people of all ages can join in on the sauce.
Taste our sauce.
Taste our sauce. Our non-alcoholic sauce. The alcoholic sauce. The alcoholic.
Almost sounds like we're starting a cult.
Well, that's basically what it is at this point. The yellow sauce is the most wholesome meme in Buffalo.
Yeah, so far.
There's a lot of buzz for the new album, and Dewey from Wyatt Coyne actually pointed that out in a comment the other day. A lot of buzz for the new album. You guys are like one of the bands that everybody wants to play with.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Because we come strictly, for the most part, to have a good time, and people kind of see that, and we're not so, I don't know, we more than anything, instead of, showcase our own tunes, we really want to, people to be entertained.
Yeah. And you guys do entertain.
Absolutely.
And whatever we gotta do to entertain.
Excellent.
Like last year, you guys ended up on my birthday party, last minute, absolute last, it was the morning of the show when I found out that Lost Elysium wasn't playing, and I'm like,
sauce is good for that.
Anybody want to jump on at the last minute? You guys are like, we're in.
We'll do it.
You guys have done that a couple times.
Next thing I know, you guys are at Mohawk. You guys are playing my birthday party. Best birthday party ever.
Yeah.
That was a great
because I had you guys and I had.
That was the only time we've ever played at Mohawk too.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, we'll work on that.
Yeah.
We will fix
like
that.
Mohawk would like us.
Yeah, we like Mohawk.
Yeah.
We sound. That's the nifty thing about the yellow sauce sound. It translates really well in a basement or some small Stampy kind of venue.
Or
and
a
then,
large venue.
But like you get somewhere with the sound caliber of like Evening Star or Mohawk Place, and suddenly we sound super good also. So
Yeah.
For different reasons, different ways at that point, I guess.
So Mark shared this picture with us with the hashtag yellow sauce.
Well, that's us skipping the urine.
Yes.
That's what we do. That's how we got into this business, to be honest.
So there was a saying that my audio teachers used to say at Full Sail. They would say, you can't polish a turd. Okay? So, like, don't stress yourself out when you're trying to mix a band and they sound like shit. And then you get the rare bands like you guys that don't, like, you don't actually need anything. Everything that you give you guys just adds to it. It's like the complete opposite of polishing a turd with you guys. It's like...
It might be shiny if you polish it for a bit,
I mean, maybe it was
shiny.
a turd.
Or maybe it'll just be yellow. It'll just be yellow.
Yeah.
You polish it and it'll be yellow.
So yellow
I mean...
That's how I feel about it. Like, you can still see the yellow even when it's not polished.
See, you said this to me the other day about the Full Sail teachers always saying you can't polish a turd, right? And I told you that the Mythbusters busted that.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yes, they have indeed proven that you can indeed polish a turd.
Wow.
Doesn't mean you should.
No, it doesn't mean you should. But they did prove that, the saying is incorrect and you can indeed polish a turd.
So guess what I'm doing with my weekend? I can't make it to Punks in the Yard.
So she's going to sit around polishing a turd.
I'm gonna eat a bunch of cheese, and then I'm gonna polish my shit and let you guys know Wednesday how that went.
Just spray paint it yellow. We'll sell it as merch. Call it a sauce rock.
Sauce Rock, $300.
Handmade.
Spray it with some yellow glitter, some gold glitter there.
I wouldn't call it handmade, more like human made, but
Sell it with a banana scented air freshener.
There you
go.
We've been burning banana scented incense at our show.
Stamps,
really?
Yes. Stamps lets us burn incense now.
That's awesome.
So it really helps with the vibes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Been buying the banana incense. We burn them at Stamps just cause. And
where do you get those? Do you have to order them online, or is there a store around here?
Decades on Sheridan and Eggert in like the Kenmore, Tonawanda area.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got a good selection, but I saw the banana ones. I had to go for it, and actually at that point I texted Chuck from Stamps and asked him, like, sup, man, can we burn the banana incense? And he's like, yeah, dude, it's fine.
Chuck's pretty laid back. He he lets you have a good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's an interesting guy. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to being back at Stamps. It's been
a while.
Since February since we've been to Stamps. As far as all WNY promoting shows there.
Right.
I've been to Stamps since then, but I haven't promoted a show there since then. So really looking forward to being back at Stamps. And then we're doing a lot more through the rest of the year there. You've got a show September 28th there. I've got New Year's Eve there. I've got a Halloween show there.
Show October 3rd as well.
We've got
the sauce is playing.
Oh yeah.
We've got the yellow sauce. We've got the missing worker coming up a couple of weeks after that at Stamps.
Yeah, we're gonna be there a lot.
Yeah, so we're gonna be all about that. I've got to message some other folks about some other shows that.
Yeah, I actually have to catch up with you because I've gotten in contact with some people as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I've got
some stuff in the works.
We've got some cool stuff that might happen on some weekdays that might come up. So we're looking forward to talking to some people and figuring out some details and getting that information out there. And my go-to place is pretty much going to be Stamps because I know I can probably get in there on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, they're trying to fill up their weekdays a little more, and that's why I ended up settling for. I wanted a weekend for this charity event in October. But I settled for October 3rd because they were really adamant about filling up weekdays.
The place around the corner from us, Casa de Francesca's,
yes.
where we had the of Night and Light Breaking Solace acoustic show. They are doing live music, full bands, and I was asked about a Wednesday date, and that's a place that I'm considering contacting and saying, hey, what's the deal?
Yeah.
and maybe putting this Wednesday show on in there, depending on how many people it holds, where the stage is.
What kind of tech support they have.
And yeah, right, if I have to bring sound, because that's a concern.
That could be a deal breaker.
Yeah, for sure. But they had a show a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday night. It looked like there was a decent amount of people there. They were all just kind of hanging out. And
Wednesdays seem to be a good night for live music. You guys do some stuff on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, we have an open mic that we do usually on the first Wednesday of every month at Stamps. It's Saucy Wednesdays open mic. Brian and I host it. Sometimes we jam a little bit. Not October. We're doing that charity, so we moved our Saucy Wednesday over to the next week that month.
Thank you so much for doing that. And that just works out for everybody because we get to see you twice.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Exactly. So, the more we could be at Stamps, we like, Stamps is a good community. We like to be a part of that venue. That's why...
It's kind of our home base.
Yeah.
It's one of the venues that's closest to our homes.
That always helps, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, and
I'll tell
10
you...
minutes away, okay.
I'll tell you, XM Priory loves playing there because you get not only the Erie County crowd, you get the Niagara County crowd who's like, Buffalo's too far.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to get the Buffalo people to Niagara Falls to say like Evening Star or something like that, and it's hard to get hard to get the Niagara Falls crowd to come out to some place like maybe Mohawk or somewhere like that.
That's why the weekend shows are so much better.
Which, let's be honest, that's why I don't book the Rockin' Buffalo, is because it's so far out. Like, it's nobody. It's a great venue. The sound guy is incredible there, Joe Tall. But it's a little far out, and I don't think I do well with shows there. So that's why I don't. I
haven't been there to scope it out yet, so I can't make an educated.
I have talked to the guy that runs it, and I mentioned, we might be interested in running something there. I would have to have the right show.
Yeah, I think it would have to be a rather big one with a real pull moment. Like, people are going to travel.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like I was there, and there was a decent turnout for that Long Cold Dark X show.
Yeah.
Which we're going to play them in a few minutes, but there was a decent turnout there for the Rockin' Buffalo.
Yeah.
Which and it is a great room. Sound guy's incredible. The people there are great, and it's just the location is not the best.
Yeah.
So, but you know what?
But we used to think that at one point about the Evening Star being a bad location for a venue, and it does okay for it does well for the right shows. I mean, we don't really know what's going to happen now. I haven't really talked to anybody about that aspect.
For the time, it was the same deal. It was a great room with a great sound guy.
Yes. Absolutely.
The system's great there. It's just getting people there sometimes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But if you have someone like XM Priory or another Niagara Falls band, then you'll do okay because they're bringing their homies from that town.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So.
You see how Stamps turns out, too, It's not terribly far, so people are, from Tonawanda area. It's like, all right, I'll go there. I don't got to drive all the way into the city.
Yeah.
It's easy,
It's not hard to get into Stamps.
The thing that sucks about Stamps is the parking. It's one of those places that makes me really glad that I don't drive because
compared to the city, though, man.
Oh,
yeah, because you don't have to pay for parking. It's just you have to walk. And, most of the times that I end up going to Stamps, it happens to be really cold or snowing.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, we parked 3 blocks down because there's actually something, drawing people in.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cold. I don't want to walk.
The worst venue parking lot was Club Diablo.
Oof.
I feel like I might have gotten in a fender bender or two.
I have gotten into a couple myself and seen a few, and I couldn't go to Club Diablo without somebody getting a car smashed up.
Yeah.
Wow.
That was a rough parking lot to park in.
Hell of a venue though. I miss that place.
You know what's funny is I know people who now park there for Mohawk shows.
Really?
Because it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Like, we used to play Diablo, and, the one night my bass player was having a really rough night, so we just went for a walk. I'm like, dude, let's just go for a walk. And we walked around the block, and we walked right past, Mohawk Place. Like, hey, look, there's Mohawk. And then, here's the Diablo parking lot. We can just cut right across and go back in, But I've seen so many cars get banged up, some by me, some not by me. So I returned a U-Haul in really bad shape one time. So yeah, that's Club Diablo's parking lot sucked. So anyway,
we've been talking about Diablo a lot lately.
We were talking about it the other day because there was a.
Well, we were talking about whatever happened that we started talking about Mad Dog, which I will always periodically talk about Mad Dog.
Well, the thing was, I had in my on this day, I think yesterday, where I was promoting, it was Dead Before Dawn, Think So Brain, and the band from Cincinnati, Chakras. And that was at Club Diablo. And then you mentioned Jesse, and you mentioned Mad Dog.
Oh my gosh.
That's how we got into that.
So before we play this song, can I tell the story
about
the hammer? Okay, so for those of you who know Mad Dog, I have disconnected myself from him because he disrespected me. But he promotes locally. He's very niche with like punk hardcore. He books some cool shows, but I don't agree with how he does it a lot of the time. Anyways, he's an appreciated yet hated individual for reasons. So Jesse, the guy that owned Club Diablo one night, we're standing outside Diablo waiting to get in for a show that we promoted, and Jesse walks outside with a hammer. And, what's up? Nobody's angry, nothing like that. And Mad Dog says, what's up to Jesse? And Jesse just runs up to him and hits him in the balls with the fucking hammer.
Oh. Wow. Oh.
It was so epic. Like, I felt so bad for him, but I was laughing hysterically because I didn't think to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my favorite Jesse moment and my favorite Mad Dog moment combined into one.
Nice. So we were talking about the Long Cold Dark and their 10th anniversary show they just had at the Rockin' Buffalo a couple of weeks back. And so we're going to play a song from earlier in their career. This album, The Inner Workings of Infinity, came out in 2013, and this is one of their more well-known songs that everybody goes crazy for when they play it live. It's called Monkey Knife Fight on all WNY Radio and ThinkSoJoe Show. Any second now. The Long Cold Dark on all WNY ThinkSoJoe Show. By the way, you can check out Drew from The Long Cold Dark on my other show, The Nick and Dan Show, on YouTube right now. This week's episode, he is the guest of Nick and Dan, who are apparently two one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eaters. And if you haven't seen this week's episode, you have no idea what I'm talking about. Anyway, or at least the first 5 minutes, you know, the good part of the show.
Part.
Right, the part I'm on.
Right.
Yes, the Nick and Dan Show, of course, Tuesdays on YouTube, Thursdays on all WNY.
Yes.
And you know, I am the star of the YouTube show. That's been well established.
Our episode of the Nick and Dan Show this season was actually the last sighting of BobPaul.
Really?
Was it really?
Yes. We did a live take of The Idol at the end of the show, and it was BobPaul was there. He was active. That was the last performance we gave. He sacrificed himself while we were writing the album, actually, while we were recording it.
That's so good of him.
Yeah. So it really kind of changed the waters, you know, in the process. Might have ended differently otherwise, but, you know, man's dead now, so shit gets pretty serious. Yeah. Fine, dude. Let's get that. We're making the sauce. We'll honor him one day. It's going to be BobPaul's Magic Elixir yellow sauce.
I felt so bad because Brian had asked if BobPaul was going to be at the CD release show, and I had to break the news to him. I felt awful.
You don't want to be the person that breaks the news.
No, I really don't. We've established that over the last few weeks, apparently.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I had to share with him the post about BobPaul.
Yeah, it's sad when it comes up, but we try to be pretty positive about it. Again, we just want to celebrate his life and tell his story, solidified in time. I think that's pretty relevant for him.
And that story will be told on the Ballad of BobPaul, being released at the end of this month, August 31st, Friday, at Stamps. You guys have a deal going for that, right, with the pre-sale tickets?
Yeah. If you buy a ticket from us, it's the ticket itself is $5, but if you throw us an extra $5, we got a copy of the album waiting for you at the show. You can redeem it there on our release day.
Nice.
Absolutely. So, otherwise the album's $5 there anyway. So, do it the way you want it, but probably give you like a button or something if you pre-order it that way, because we're nice like that,
And they're pretty cool buttons.
They are.
Our buttons are super dope.
My favorite is the horns with the banana.
That's a good logo.
Yeah.
She wanted to do a T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're that good yet.
Well, it's only 2 colors.
It is. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yes,
So,
it is.
yeah.
It is.
We could probably. I just got to order more ink. It's actually in my Amazon cart with with ticket paper too, so we can do more tickets for upcoming shows.
Yeah, we gotta get on that.
Because we
put
used
it on the list every day.
We used all of the rest of the ticket paper we had on this Yellow Sauce show.
Oh boy.
Well, ticket paper well spent.
Yes, absolutely. We gave you guys some. We handed like 30 more to XM Priory over the weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you hit up Yellow Sauce or XM Priory, they've got pre-sale tickets. $5 advance, $7 at the door. If we feel like charging $7 at the door, it could be less. We've done that before.
Yeah, sometimes we're in a good mood. Sometimes
we're
just
sometimes the door guy's just an idiot.
Right. Whatever happens, happens.
That's
Doorman's loss is your game.
My last Good Bar show. That's exactly what happened. Is the guy was charging $5 at the door, and I'm just like, do you guys really care about this? And they're like, no. Like, okay, cool.
Wow.
But in the end, it probably would have been nicer because that was the show that we donated all the money to MS Sucks.
But I mean, we're grateful for everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't, it's just as important that people get to go out and see good music and have a good time.
And it was nice to be able to do that, and nice of all the bands that were on that show to just kind of be like, yeah, cool, we'll donate.
Yeah.
So I was already promoting that I was going to do it, and then Inherent Vice jumped on, and we basically since they took off, we gave this his portion. like all right, well, I was gonna pay you guys, but you guys will make a donation in your name.
Well, thanks, this.
Yeah. And of course, Archers donated
Right.
as well as of Night and Light, all volunteered, and
So wonderful.
Yeah, it was great.
You guys are awesome.
But now we can get back to actually making money, and so come pay your $7 at the door at at because we got to pay the sound guy at least.
Very true.
Yeah. As long as he stays sober, he gets paid. How's that? That's
That's a hard one.
Let him get a little drunk.
Well, sure, but I mean, don't have a repeat of last Halloween. That's all I want. So.
That was a good show. That was an interesting show. There was some. The music's kind of all over the board at that one, right? You had the super metal band on in the earlier part of the night.
That's right. Final Decline was on that.
Decline, that was their name. They were super good.
And then we threw in Jackknife Stiletto at the last minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
It was a good show.
Yeah, that was fun, but it was at a point where Jackknife Stiletto's like, "Hey, the sound guy's drunk," and he just yells, "Yup."
You got to give them a stipulation, like, listen, you got to stay sober throughout the entire show, but as soon as Yellow Sauce goes on, your sole objective is to drink as much as you possibly can before they're done.
Right.
You
that
guys
sounds like a plan.
Yeah, right?
I've told you guys this, but I don't think I've said this on the air. But like when we had you guys at Nietzsche's, right?
Yeah.
I have this camera that's designed specifically for shooting live music, and so I shoot one video from every band, or one song from every band, and I'm shooting like I set the volume the song before, and then I shoot. Dude, Leland, you get so loud. Like, you pop the mic, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, now I don't have I haven't gone back to watch it to see if it's okay to, like, put up. I still haven't put up video from that show.
Oh, yeah.
That's how far behind I am on that. But, and that was 2 shows ago now.
Right.
But, yeah, it's just like, you're singing, and then all of a sudden it just goes right into red. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's been one of the recent revisions I've heard, so I've been trying to like stay off the mic a little bit and work on my distance control from the mic,
There you go.
Doing my part to keep the mix good for y'all.
I just think it's crazy because we had like heavier band, like we had the Later Year the Tiger started off that show, right? They were the second band. The first band was All Poets and Heroes from Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
Like these rock bands are playing, and then Janie Crash and the Tall Men, who do tend to get loud.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
For an acoustic act, and then you guys went on, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? Like the whole rest of the show, everything's fine, and then Yellow Sauce goes on.
That show was like flipped upside down, I'll tell you. It was a good one. One for the books. That was my first time playing Nietzsche's, actually. Like, somehow my travels have never ended up there. But I enjoy it.
It's a wonderful venue.
Oh yeah, it's super nice, especially like never having been there before.
Yeah.
I compare it to like the Mohawk place for sure.
Yeah, it does have that,
Yeah.
like, almost basement feel.
Mm-hmm.
What's crazy is a lot of people, when I book Nietzsche's, they're like, we've always wanted to play here.
Yeah.
And never had the opportunity to. So
Yeah.
I wonder, like, did they ask?
And I've been able to bring in bands like All Poets and Heroes.
Well, remember Inherent Vice, how excited they were?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was awesome.
Inherent Vice, they're going to be at Music is Art.
I know. Their original lineup, right?
I believe so. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's they're back. They're at noon at
Yeah,
Music is Art.
I think, aren't they starting it?
They're at I don't know if
It
that's
must be very close.
It's early. They're at noon, and Kennedy Carpool is at like 8:30.
So it's gonna be a
It's
day
gonna
with
be a
a
day.
Monster Energy drink involved.
It is going to be a day, and we're going to drag my kid to the show too.
And we're on
my
that.
God.
She's like Cardi
She's gonna
B's
have
not
fun.
performing here.
She's gonna have fun.
Just so you know, Cardi B's not gonna be here.
We're gonna be
That's
at the Music is Art also.
Yeah.
1:30 p.m. on the dock stage.
There you go.
Great.
I don't know if that overlooks the water or away from the water, but it's somewhere on the other side of the river from like the major.
Oh, okay.
I don't know like how it's supposed to look, but on the map it's like it's interesting. There's like the bridge, and then we're on the other side of the bridge.
I am intrigued now because there's that bridge. Well, there's two bridges there. There's one that's always closed, and then there's the other one, which is the you know what? That's the one because that's the one Ryan was talking about. The one that the drawbridge there, or the what do you call it? Where you know the boats can go under.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's probably the bridge that you're talking about. But if it's the other bridge, like I don't know how the fuck to get over there, like without walking like 3 miles.
There's gonna be shuttles.
Okay,
Water shuttles.
Okay.
Water shuttles.
Yeah, like boats.
Then we have to deal with the motion sickness again.
Yeah.
Bring it around full circle for the day.
That's what they want you to do.
Yeah, they want everyone thrown up. Like, yeah, it's not because they're drunk, it's because of the boat.
Exactly. They want you to throw up.
So you're bringing it full circle, but you're bringing it full circle to before we came on the air.
I know, but we're the ones in the room, so we're the ones that matter the most.
Okay, sure. Hi, listeners.
Hi, guys. Whatever.
Oh, we're at 9 votes on this Lego
That's awesome.
thing
I
here.
voted.
So, did you? Okay, I haven't voted yet. 5 for Bottle Cap, 4 for Lego.
Ooh.
So Scott Leffler's in for Lego. He would rather step on a Lego than a bottle cap.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Corey from Corey Comments, he asked me, what side of the bottle cap is up? I said, either one.
It's a gamble.
I said, he said, is it pointy side up? I said, possibly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, which is what we were going back to what we said earlier about, every part of a fucking Lego is pointy.
Yeah.
Don't matter which side is down. It's going to hurt.
It is true.
Yeah.
But I stand by my decision.
Yeah, it's it looks like it's going to be close. I'm very surprised. I thought Bottle Cap was going to run away with it.
Yeah.
Because I would rather step on a bottle cap than a Lego, but
yeah.
Well.
Would you rather step on a pizza roll or an ice cream sandwich?
How long has the pizza roll been out of the oven?
Not long. About all right. The pizza roll has been out of the oven exactly as long as the ice cream sandwich has been out of the freezer.
Okay.
So let's say like 2 minutes.
Okay.
I'll step on the ice cream.
I don't know. I think after 2 minutes, maybe the pizza roll.
Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I feel like it would be more painful, but you would the sensation of temperature would end sooner.
I think what it really comes down to is your pain versus like squishiness threshold.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know what I just did.
Hot pain and cold pain are different.
That's true.
I have no idea
what's done.
I have
Did you
no
hit
idea.
the window button?
I hit a button somewhere apparently.
The ThinkSoJoe Show.
I don't know what I did. Well, whatever I did, it went away, so it's gone. So hasn't affected the broadcast. That's all that matters. I leaned on something. I don't fucking know.
Yep.
But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's your pain threshold versus your like squishiness threshold. Like
yeah, some people have issues with texture.
I would, which is why I would probably go with the pizza roll.
I don't want to burn my foot.
That's also true. Like I think the ice cream sandwich you'd feel better quicker.
Yes.
You might slip on that though.
You
I
might.
know. My first thought, I'm not gonna lie, was which is gonna make a bigger mess.
Yeah.
Probably the ice cream.
Yeah.
But if it's the right pizza roll and it's the right temperature, that filling could just squirt out of there.
True.
And I mean the grease stains.
Liquid Satan all over your foot.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, and that cheese might still be like boily, and
Right.
like you don't need heat blisters on your
No,
foot.
it's
Important
true.
to take all the factors into consideration
Yeah.
here. Absolutely.
You gotta think these things through, guys.
Can't just tell you. Rome wasn't built in a day.
I'm thinking after 2 minutes though, it probably wouldn't be that bad.
I think that a pizza roll would. Because working in restaurants for
Sure.
my whole life, 2 minutes is not that long for something to cool down.
Especially not a contained pizza roll. Like,
Yes.
You know I have to go to the store after the show and buy pizza rolls.
You
right?
know I'm looking forward to that, right?
Yo, Totino's stuffed nachos. Have you had those?
No.
They sell them at, like, I think only Walmart, because that's the only place I've ever seen them. But I don't know if they still sell them, but they're super good. You ever see Totino's stuffed nachos?
That sounds interesting.
Speaking of exclusive foods, can I say that Dollar General dropped the ball in not keeping those creamsicle M&Ms? Holy crap, were those things amazing! I gotta thank, I can't thank Nick Landers enough for and Jessica Landers enough for picking those up for me.
I'm heavily on the kick of coffee nut M&Ms. They have coffee nut, and now they have espresso M&Ms.
Oh no!
The espresso M&Ms are the
those
crunchy.
Sound really good.
You know, like they got like the crunchy tier M&Ms.
I'd be living
the
off
espressos
those.
are the crunchy tier M&Ms. So like they're crunchy espresso. They're so good.
Oh man. Like, I've had to cut back on coffee.
Yeah.
And so I only have, like, 2.5 cups of coffee now. I used to drink, like, 2 pots of coffee.
If I drink, like,
and
half
an
a cup
drink.
of coffee, I have a mad anxiety attack for, like,
yeah.
3 days.
Well, I did. And I was like, what's wrong with me? My doctor's like, stop drinking so much coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, something like that might be good to still satisfy that craving, because I think that it's a taste that I'm going to have for my whole life.
It tastes very much like coffee, and I think it has like a little bit of caffeine in it, like a palatable amount. Mm-hmm. So yeah, certainly.
Oh, I'm gonna look into that.
Delicious coffee nut ones are really good, but if the espresso ones, I personally feel are a little bit tastier.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely highly advised to try those.
Nice.
Coffee M&Ms, man, it's the future today.
Limited time food disappoints me.
I know. Oh my gosh, you know what was great? Do you remember the Doritos 3Ds?
Yes, I remember those.
Oh my god, why can't they make those again? They're so good.
You know,
that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
People post these like lists of like foods that went away in the 80s, and they've got those like the pizzeria chips.
Oh.
And like every time I see that bag in one of those lists, I'm like, I can fucking taste them. I miss them. Like those were so good. But like, yeah, like limited time food is just fucking stupid. Like
mean.
Like cherry vanilla Pepsi. Like we can't get it in 2 liters anymore. We can only get it in the you know, they're not even 20-ounce bottles anymore. They're 16.9 ounce. What the fuck is that?
Well, this is a weird size because this is the 6-pack size.
Right, but it used to be 20 ounces. Now it's 16.9. Yeah, they reduced the size and raised the price like way more, like double. Anyway, that's besides the point. Now
they're always on sale, so it's okay.
I can't find them in 20 ounces. I can't find them in the 2 liters. I gotta buy them in the 16.9 ounce 6-packs. But before that, they had the cherry vanilla Pepsi Next, which was like, you know, the 0 calorie. They're like, you know, their competition for like Coke Zero or what the fuck ever, right? But like they had the cherry vanilla Pepsi Next for a summer, and that was all I drank the entire summer. And I was like, when they were gone, it's like, no, where are they?
What are you supposed to do with your life?
And so, like, you know, then M&M's put out those creamsicle, you know, orange cream M&M's.
Yeah.
And they were only available at Dollar General and only at certain Dollar Generals. And I had to have, like, the one in Middleport had one, but the one over here in Buffalo didn't.
Wow.
And I had to have Nick Landers' wife grab me a package of them. And they were heaven. And I was like, you know, like, they're just like creamsicles, but they're better because they're M&M's.
Well, I mean, if it's any consolation, I do think there are some creamsicles from the freezer.
Ooh, good to know. There might.
I hope
no,
I'm
you know what?
not lying to you. I hope you didn't finish them.
I think I finished them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's ice cream though.
There is ice cream.
And there's milk. We can make milkshakes.
We could make milkshakes, yes.
Oh. But then we can't have cereal. We
only have enough milk. We'd have to buy more milk. So if I'm gonna go buy pizza rolls.
You're right. When you're right, you're right.
Yeah. I mean, I do have a lot of work, but my first job ain't due till like 2 a.m. So.
Well, I mean, wait to work until after dinner.
Yeah.
And you don't have to go to the store today.
Well, no, you make dinner, and then we eat dinner, and then I go buy pizza rolls.
But we'll already have eaten dinner.
But then I'll have pizza rolls before I come to bed.
What time do you plan on that being? About 4:30?
That's about what time I usually go to bed.
Gotta plan ahead on the pizza rolls. That's how I am with Chinese food. Like, there's times where I will literally buy it, because Chinese food, can't really like get Chinese food after 11, 12 at the very latest. So I'll buy Chinese food and then just throw it in the fridge, and then because I know I'm gonna want Chinese food at 3 a.m. So
I do like I haven't had Chinese food basically since me and Joe started dating because he doesn't care for Chinese food.
Oh.
I'm okay with it. I'm willing to sacrifice. I can always go out to lunch with somebody else.
Yeah.
But so if I were to do that with Chinese food, I would not put it in the fridge because cold Chinese food gives me the willies.
Heat it up
I
later
can't.
on.
It doesn't have the same texture when you heat it up. I don't think because I get like the General Tso chicken and like that that battering when you heat it up, it's soft instead of crunchy. I don't. It's not right.
Put it in the oven.
Yeah, who wants to turn the oven on at 3 a.m, dude?
No, I will.
I will too.
For some A-class Chinese food at 3 a.m,
I mean,
will do
like
just about
I am
anything.
talking about making Totino's pizza rolls, and I ain't gonna like. I'll probably throw them in the microwave at that time in the morning, but I totally would.
They're way better in the oven.
I totally
They're
would
way
put them in the
better.
oven. Or like if I buy like Tops sells like pizza rolls, like the like 6-pack of like pizzeria style pizza rolls.
The pizza logs.
And the pizza logs, and I'll throw those in the oven at like 3 o'clock in the morning if I have to.
Yeah.
My girlfriend and I recently got an air fryer, and that's
Ooh.
like pizza rolls cook really well in the air fryer, but everything cooks really well in the air fryer. That's basically like the brink of modern eating. As everything's supposed to be a little bit healthier in the air fryer anyway. I don't see why, but I've also cooked like chicken wings and stuff in there. Get really inventive with the air fryer.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Future today.
I mean,
She's looking at me like we gotta buy one of those.
yeah. Where did you get this? Was it like an infomercial thing?
I think the particular one we bought might have been actually we bought it at like Walmart. And
Like as seen on TV section.
I am not opposed to buying things from infomercials.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. We have the pancake flipper.
The pancake flipper. I got pizza. I got pasta makers. That purse was from a Facebook ad. That your purse.
That's right.
That first projector we bought was from a Facebook ad that we still have because it was going to cost me just as much to ship it back as I was going to get as a refund. So I figure we could bring it to Stamps and just like put the band logos on it, like on a flash drive or something, and shine it up against the back wall or something.
That might be
I don't know, like something like that.
We'll use it for something.
We'll find a use for it.
It's not garbage yet.
That's like I know for like our ska show on Christmas, I want to like take it. I want to get like a sheet or something and just or like a white piece of vinyl and just like shine it up again, like shoot that Santa Claus that we made and just paint that. Like, and use it as a backdrop or something.
That would be really cool.
So we'll find some fucking use for that piece of shit. Anyway.
Yeah.
We need a backdrop, Leland.
We have a friggin'
That doesn't count.
Oh, it's awesome,
It's a
bro.
banner.
It's DIY.
It's a banner.
Banner?
It's a backdrop.
Yeah.
I know that banner.
Our sick ass banner with the glue stick on felt. Oh yeah. That's I think the ultimate hack of having like a backdrop banner. Just go to like Joann Fabrics and buy yourself some fabric.
Dude, before you guys ever buy fabric, come here. His ex-wife was like serious. Like I thought I was a crafter. This woman, I don't know what the hell she did other than craft.
Wow.
I cleaned out his daughter's room, and I got 2 huge totes out from underneath her bed. I'm like, oh, what kind of toys are going to be in here? I thought it was full of curtains. It was all these fabrics.
Wow.
So, like, I know I have yellow felt. Don't leave here today without the yellow felt.
Okay.
Okay.
We can always use yellow felt.
For something.
Well, yeah, endless uses. We bought this giant shipping container that we're going to use for something at some point. Is that still like in your bedroom, Ryan?
Oh yeah, it's
we bought
in my basement
a
right
giant.
now.
It was used to ship things overseas. It's enormous. Yeah, he can literally fit in this container. And we were thinking about using it for shirts and stuff, but the way it's built is kind of awkward. We might make some modifications to it.
But it's more of like a long down the line. And honestly, if we find any different use for it or someone who needs it more than us, I'm just trying to get rid of that thing.
Nah,
we're not gonna
be
use
excellent,
it for
bro.
anything.
Oh my god.
Is it like big enough that Bubbles and his kittens could live in it?
Live? No. Fit? Yes.
Okay.
2 weeks from now, we're going to be at the All WNY offices with the All WNY staff. We've already confirmed that Ryan Gurnett of the Struggle is Real Buffalo Music Podcast is going to be there.
Yeah.
Nick and Dan from the Nick and Dan Show are going to be there.
Yeah.
Scott Leffler will be there. Those are just the ones that are confirmed and that are probably going to jump in on the ThinkSoJoe Show in 2 weeks. So stay tuned so be with us for that one. That's going to be really entertaining.
That should be interesting.
Because we're gonna it's gonna be fun. Ryan did a bit for the Warped Tour pre-tape where he did an interview with the lead singer of Super-Tugger. And I believe that did make the Best of Warped Tour podcast that we did for them a couple of weeks ago on The Struggle Is Real, so you can check that out there. And I was thinking about what should we play on today's show, and I decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to play Super-Tugger.
Yeah!
And so this is a song off of their album Wasted, Hopeless, Wasted, and it's called Mistake on the Lake on all WNY Radio. Think So, Joe Show. Any second now. There it is.
Some
Super-Tugger, all WNY Radio. ThinkSoJoe Show. We're in studio with a band called Yellow Sauce talking about raw fish.
Who?
Yep. Raw fish. We had accumulated a conversation about sushi and how good Wegmans sushi is, especially.
Meanwhile, in the meantime, people are voting on this Lego versus bottle cap thing. At 11 votes, it was separated by 1. It was 6-5. It is now currently 8-5. People would rather step on a bottle cap.
Wow.
How about that?
So we're still taking votes all through the week. We'll give the full results next week on the show.
How funny.
But yeah.
Well, we were talking about the possibilities of another poll next week. And this is not. We don't care so much what you guys want. We care more how much work Joe has to do. So, he's got a whole studio in here. And this is especially for Allison. We're thinking of the capabilities of having phone calls come into the studio. So think about that.
It's not that it would be.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
So it's not that it would be more work for me. It's just like, who's going to call?
So yeah, maybe go to Facebook or Twitter and let us know if you feel like you have something to say on the ThinkSoJoe Show.
I mean, it is not like we do not have a Twitter follower who constantly tweets us, who I don't know what
she might as well just call in and be on the show.
I don't know what the long distance situation is for her, so I don't know if she would call in and interrupt the show constantly.
Maybe she can let us know.
I guess. We
I don't know. I think it would be fun, especially like I know that Allison is listening, or at least at one point was listening at work. And if she could, like, step away from work and call in and give her 2 cents on whatever we're talking about, I would be really happy.
Sure.
So, I don't know. There's people, we care what you guys think, kind of. We care more about making Joe do more work.
It is literally just opening up another browser window.
Oh, okay. So then I lost interest, guys. I don't care.
It's not more work.
But that would be cool. Like, if we could like plan an interview or something. Like, I don't know.
We used to do on Board Wrestling Fan a voicemail line. If anybody's a wrestling fan and wants to call 716-HOGAN-97, please feel free to call and leave us a voicemail, and we'll play it on the air next week. But we'll play that on the air on Sunday. But I can easily get a phone number for us to have people be able to call in or leave voicemails or whatever. So.
Oh, voicemails would probably though. That's a
voicemails
I like that
would be,
idea.
Voicemails would be one thing, because voicemails we could plan. We could see what the time is. We could plan when we're going to play that and whatever. When we have an open phone line and we don't have anybody to we don't have a way to screen the calls.
I know, but isn't that also exciting?
That's exciting.
That's exciting. Yeah. We used to do that on the show that used to be in this time slot, and that was all right. I had a guy call up who I don't think knew I was on the show and called me an asshole.
Oh, really?
But that's okay, because I thought that guy was an asshole too, so it didn't matter anyway. I knew who the guy was, and I was just sitting there quietly, and one of my many co-hosts at the time, probably John Ben. Actually, no, I think John Ben called in at the same time as this guy and was like, "Oh, that Joe Kent guy's an asshole." And this guy goes, "Yeah, he fucking is."
Got him.
I can't imagine anybody thinking you're an asshole.
Well, Johnny was being, Johnny was joking.
Being friendly, right?
I love John Ben. That's why every year I share that post of hey, you guys remember when John Ben sliced his hand open cutting a pre-sliced bagel? I love Johnny. I mess with him all the time about that. But and it's mutual. Like, he'll mess with me. He'll call into a show and be like, that guy's an asshole, but the other guy that was on the line was serious and saying, "Oh yeah, that guy's a fucking asshole." And I'm just like, "Yeah, so are you, dude. Like, what the fuck?" This guy, I told you, he basically, when ThinkSo Brain split up, he put my personal problems out on the internet and then said it was a privilege to play with his band and was mad because we canceled on them.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah, okay, dude, I'm the asshole. The privilege is all mine to talk to you. The privilege. The privilege.
Thank you.
It's my privilege to talk. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah.
What a guy. People are peopling out there, man. Let me tell you.
They're peopling.
People are.
Currently 10-6 bottle cap. So the votes are coming in.
That's interesting.
The votes are coming in. Yeah, well, I mean, I think more people are looking at it as like Legos have more sharp sides, so the bottle cap could be down.
It could be.
I don't know. I still say I would rather step on a bottle cap than a Lego. So
I feel like the pain would. Maybe the pain would hurt more if you step on a Lego, but I feel like I said, you're gonna cut yourself more likely on a bottle cap, and that pain will last longer.
But there's also a chance that the bottle cap will be on the other side that won't cut you.
I know, but there's a chance it will.
I suppose it depends what part of your foot actually makes contact.
That is true as well.
I think that might be a factor as well.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what won't hurt you is listening to the new album by Yellow Sauce, which is available August 31st at Stamps.
May emotionally corrupt you, but it won't hurt you.
Sure, it won't. It won't physically hurt. Well, I guess it could physically hurt you.
Gotta make sure we get that on YouTube.
I suppose. I don't know, man. My buddy and I used to take like those AOL discs, right? Like back when AOL was like the largest producer of CDs on the planet. And I used to have like this ball chain necklace, like with the really thick ones. And so I would take that off, and he would throw one of them AOL CDs in the air, and I'd just whip it out of the air and just shatter it all over his room.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I never cut my foot on those, so.
Okay.
I don't.
I mean, that was playing a gamble there.
It would be very difficult for the Yellow Sauce CD to hurt you.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Unless you took the CD, broke it off, and went right for the jugular,
Intentionally harm somebody with it? Yeah, I could.
Please don't use our album to kill anybody.
Yeah, please don't. we don't condone that. We're just
only.
Yeah, we just
it's rhetorical.
Yeah. We don't want Yellow Sauce to get sued because their CD was used as a I don't know, whatever.
That'd be a mess. Can you picture that? Yellow Sauce versus the people of America.
You know what would be great? When you said picture that, I pictured the murder scene. And it would be great to Photoshop the blood in the murder scene to be yellow sauce.
Wow.
Aha.
Creative, yeah.
So
there might be album artwork in the future.
I was gonna say there's your album cover for the album you're releasing next August for next Sauce Month.
Yeah, can you guys please make this a thing? I'm having so much fun.
I don't know if we can release an album every August, but
she literally
can do that.
Sauce Month, reoccurring Sauce Month is definitely something I've been thinking about at this point.
Karina literally said they have to release an album next August.
I don't know what I'm going to do all of next August if you don't.
I said, why? She said, so it could be Sauce Month again. We always seem to have you guys on shows in August.
Yeah, that's the John Stamos birthday party last year was honestly one of the better shows we've ever played.
It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, that was a real party. That's why we wanted to do the the release show with All Western New York. It's it's more than a show, it's a party,
You know what was crazy was I was reading the posts from last year where it's like, so John Stamos never showed up, and I'm explaining to people that was never the point. Literally, we had done we did a party the month before, and I don't remember what the fuck for, but we did a party. I think it might have been Rosie's birthday for Billy Jaws 2 or something, and I think we did a party.
No, not in July.
No? Okay, I don't know what the hell the show be. No, we didn't do a July show. I think whatever show we did before at Stamps, which was probably the anniversary show.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, okay, so, what excuse are we going to have for balloons and cake and everything this time? And just, I went on Wikipedia, oh, it's John Stamos' birthday. So the idea was never that John Stamos is going to be here. The idea was John Stamos is invited. John Stamos has acknowledged the invite by liking the tweet.
Yep.
So therefore, there is a very, very slim possibility that John Stamos might show up, but we're not trying to tell you that John Stamos is going to be here. We're just throwing a party in his honor. And we did, and we had the two posters. We had the young Uncle Jesse, and then we had the older John Stamos. So there's this picture of Janie Crash, the tall man, 2 John Stamos, and a dancing banana.
Yeah.
And like that was, but that was like, you know, we had the posters. One of the posters went with Jen from Stamps. And the other poster is in Scott's office.
Nice.
Signed by all the bands that were on that show, like Janie Crash and the Tall Man, Yellow Sauce, and Wyatt Coyne.
Nice.
Like Dewey's name is right across John Stamos' forehead.
Excellent.
Yeah, and that's up in the office, the All WNY office. So yeah, that's but that was never the point. The point was we just want an excuse to throw a party.
Yep.
And so now, you know, you've given us another one where it's like, okay, we're going to do Yellow Sauce, we're going to do the release of the Ballad of BobPaul. We're going to do that through All WNY because you guys throw parties.
Yep.
We throw parties disguised as shows.
That's the point.
And especially at Stamps.
Yep. Shit gets wild at Stamps.
I've still got time to buy another 144 balloons.
Oh, this is...
Oh, boy.
How many do you think we could actually fit in
Oh,
there?
my God. Could you imagine if we had
How
280?
many could we fit in Chuck's booth alone?
Oh, my God.
This is a
the
challenge.
ball pit.
Could you? Well, oh, shit, we could do that, too.
Ball pit?
Yeah, we totally could. No, we were looking at inflatable pools.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
For because her mom.
My mom babysits a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we were looking at inflatable pools because theirs has a hole in it. Wow. And so we were looking at inflatable pools, and like the suggested people who bought this also bought, and just a fucking bag full of like ball pit balls.
Wow. Okay.
Like we could do that.
Yeah.
That would be cool too.
Be a ball pit
I mean, we've already basically announced we're gonna have 144 yellow balloons at this show. So like.
So if anybody is feeling like they have strong lungs.
Yes, we could definitely use some help blowing all those up.
Yes.
And
Ryan and I have to save our lung capacity to blow on each other's whistles, if you know what I mean. Play the set and whatnot. What?
And also, I would appreciate if people would also help us clean up at the end of the night because somebody like as many times as we've done Stamps in the past, nobody ever introduced me to Jen, the bartender, right? So Scott finally introduced me, and she's like, "You're the asshole we have to clean up after every time you guys are here." Like, oh, yeah, that's me. So then at the end of the night, I saw Chuck going around and stomping on the balloons and throwing them out. Like, all right, I'm going to help. Yep. So I went and I helped clean up the balloons.
I mean,
take the
bring a
home.
safety pin with you. And
it's not a bad idea, actually.
I mean, I always have safety pins on my vest. Why do you think?
This is true.
So, yeah, bring a safety pin with you and pop some balloons while you're there.
Wasn't like the safety pin on the vest, like isn't that like a sign that you stand with, like all people or something like that? Like wasn't that a thing?
At first, for a while, when Hillary was running for president, it was supposed to symbolize solidarity.
Right.
For like basically all the minority groups.
Right, and because I even had before we were even dating, I had a pin on my hoodie.
Yeah.
Like, for that reason.
I might have given that to you.
No, I'm pretty sure I had that.
I've definitely given them to people.
Yeah.
Yeah, but, I don't know.
Yeah. But yes, we'll bring safety pins, and we will help pop balloons at the end of the night.
Yes.
We'll be good hosts, and we'll help clean up.
Yeah, and you guys can finish your beers before you hit the road, but not too many beers.
You could make water balloons out of the beer balloons, rather, and then we could have a beer balloon fight
Sounds
outside.
like a terrible idea.
That does sound like an awful idea.
Sounds like the worst idea I've heard out of you this week.
Really is the worst.
There are some water balloons in my basement I can bring for you if you
God.
really want to do that.
But how are we going to get the beer in the balloons?
Pull them off the tap.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Jeez.
Let's have Jen do it.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Right, here, Jen, hook this up to the bison. Let's do it.
Jen, I'm sorry if you're listening. If you're not listening, I'm not sorry.
Call them bison balls.
Bison balls. Yeah, bison balls. Ryan and I are no stranger to the bison balls.
You don't need a shotgun of beer. You need to grab yourself a bison balls and suck that puppy out.
I wonder how much she would charge. For a balloon full of beer.
We'll talk to her.
We'll figure it out.
You have to time how long it takes you to fill up a draft glass.
That'd be the
Sure.
way.
And then fill up, each balloon with about that much.
Well, I got that 225 PBR special. That might be the most economic way to go about it.
Or if you're buying a pitcher,
PBR.
if you had a pitcher of beer in each balloon.
Yeah, I think if it's the right balloon, it can. These balloons, the yellow balloons that he got, it's not the same as. The
No.
But I think they're bigger. They might hold a pitcher.
They're the if you've ever been to an all WNY show at Stamps, they're probably about that same size.
Oh, that's smaller than a pitcher.
Yeah.
I thought they were a little bigger.
No, I'd imagine. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the capacity is of these balloons. I didn't check. I ordered. I special ordered these just for this show. Usually I'll go to Target and I'll just buy a pack of 72 balloons because that's what they come in 72 packs. Or I'll buy 2 of them. And this time I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can just get all yellow balloons.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I sure enough could.
Hell
yeah. The internet is amazing.
Yeah, and so
If you haven't tried it yet, go on the internet.
Which,
fuck up your life something good.
Which is we're looking so like if anybody finds a whole shit ton of yellow Legos on on the internet and wants to donate them to us, we'd appreciate that.
There we go.
Just don't step on them.
If I could just plug something before
you may.
The last song. There's a show at Stamps on Monday. Buried Beneath Concrete is playing, and that's why I know about it, because Dagan is my dear friend. And I'm trying to just find the event page really quickly so I can tell you everyone it's Monday, August 27th, so it's not this Monday, it's coming up.
All right.
But we have Rad Ops, Aliens, I'm not sure how you say that, Buried Beneath Concrete, and Crystal Godzilla. So, that's one that I'm really trying to go to, because that lineup is awesome, guys.
Hell yeah. Oh shit, I'll be playing Porch Fest at Stamps outside too on Sunday.
Sunday.
Nice.
What time are you playing?
I don't know, somewhere between 1 and 5 though.
Oh, okay.
That's just the event time, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm supposed to be there and play it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
To support the album release show, of course.
Of course.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to download this file instead of trying to play it off the internet because I don't want it to like stop in the middle and we're like, what the hell's going on? Why did it stop?
Alright, so this next song is by Metallica. It's off the Saint Anger album.
I hear that's the best one.
It's called For Whom the Bell Tolls.
It is my favorite Metallica album.
I just got to find where I saved it.
File management. Come on.
Downloads. It's in here.
Come on.
Right here.
It's right
I found
here.
It. I got it. All right. So this is Yellow Sauce. This is the single, the first single from the new album, The Ballad of BobPaul. You can get that August 31st at Stamps. You guys want to do any kind of introduction to this before we hit play, or?
No.
Hit it. Hit it.
Yellow Sauce, Shield My Eyes, all WNY. We'll see you next week.
The end of the world awaits. Now fear this journey was all in vain. And if we don't make it back, please tell my friends that I loved them with all I had. Somebody shield my eyes. Somebody shield my eyes. There's only so much time. Can even the strong survive? I'm so sick of being on the fence. And this magic banana we found, he's just not making sense. And if it's our only chance, save the ones that we love. This banana will dance. Somebody shield